Welcome to this week's episode of RuCap Boozecaps. I'm Chris.
And I'm Michael.
This week, in honor of RuCo's Empire, we've decided to take a oatmeal cookie shot to celebrate the cookie-themed characters in RuCo's Empire.
The cookie-themed characters?
Well, they were cookie-themed.
One character was...
No, they all were.
They were all based off of the other characters. You had Andre, you had Jamal, they were not all cookie. There's only
vanilla
one cookie.
wafer, macaroon, like shortbread. Those are all cookies, Michael. Mind blown right now.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me.
So the episode starts, and wipe the mirror.
Oh my goodness, big
reveal.
Big mystery.
Guess
who's
back?
Gonna be returning?
The answer is Naisha. Naisha Lopez is back, who we were like, oh, we miss her anyway.
I was really excited to see her back.
Called it.
We talked about it last week, but I loved her passion. I loved how much she cared for the show and that she was crying at the very end of the episode that she got eliminated on.
Right,
and
but
I like to see that passion.
Laganja cried too.
Okay, fair, and I do not want to see Laganja return ever.
But what a twist that would have been, right?
Right.
This is my moment!
We have the Million Challenge.
They have to repurpose a judge's gown in honor of the Supreme Court, because Obama might appoint a new Supreme Court judge. It seemed very random.
Yeah. Well, I thought the outfits were supreme.
I thought that we could judge them not too harshly.
I would like to appeal this statement.
Objection!
I mean, we'll make it brief. I love Naomi's. I thought
her best look.
We'll make it brief. That was the other one.
Make it brief.
Case closed.
My favorite thing of the whole challenge was just Bob cackling in the background. It's funny to laugh, is what we're really saying.
It's funny to laugh.
Laughing is funny.
Laughing is fun.
Time for a shot.
C is
This one goes to the Girl Scouts for their cookies.
for cookie, that's good.
The main challenge, they have to film episodes of the Empire parody, RuCo's Empire.
The challenge was that they had to join in a group.
Right, and the way they did the teams was Naomi, because she won the challenge, was a team leader, and Naisha was a team leader because she was coming back and needs to be put under a microscope.
Which I love that Ru was like, this is a gift. And I'm like, that's the worst fucking gift.
As we said last week, the worst fucking shit.
I would not want to do that.
No. And Derek was picked.
But then Derek was picked number one. I'm like, really? You're going to choose Derek out of all the other queens there?
Yeah. You have better choices.
Think again. They choose everybody. Acid gets stuck on Naisha's team.
Right.
She says she curses during it to make it dramatic, to make it funny. I really feel, though, that she actually...
I think she thought the exact thing.
I think she actually
She was like, thought, fuck. Mean-spirited, not kind.
I don't like that word.
No, I don't like it. Oh, they get their roles. And Kimchi wants to be the cookie
chocolate
character.
chip cookie. So the main, she wants to be
the main. Apparently, they're all cookie characters. If you didn't realize, so Kimchi wants to be chocolate chip cookie, the main character, the cookie, actual cookie.
The Taraji P. Henson,
right?
Group.
Which is like, that is a big role,
bold move,
and bold move, and not to be unkind, because we don't like unkind words in this group.
No.
But she, with the lisp and everything, it's going to be difficult.
I think it seems a little half-baked.
Anyways, eventually they get switched, and Thorgy takes over, which is a much better choice. Other team, Bob is the other team. Anyways, they come down to actually do the performances, and I think I picked up that this cast is just a bunch of pretty good performers.
We also had people who were able to take direction well, which I think is the point of it, right?
You're talking about Kimchi, right?
Well, yes, I am talking about Kimchi. So the whole thing was, they were like, Kimchi, you're not being ghetto enough.
And you should smack you should.
You need like...
But instead she's like, so it turns into everything she does is this high-pitched, like, what was she saying? Like, what? I thought you were in jail! And this was like the most exaggerated motion.
But it works because it's overacting. It's an overacting challenge. Like, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
They could have been harsh on her if they wanted to be. Like,
well, I think they could have, but it was nothing like, Cynthia.
Right.
It was nothing like Derek.
Cynthia and Derek were by far the most standout bad.
I thought they were the weakest of each group.
Yes. No, Cynthia and Derek were both pretty terrible. Robbie, surprisingly, chokes.
In her head, she's pulling a Katya.
I was going to say she pulls a Jujubee singing performance.
Yes,
I think it's just all about being in your head, and some people just get in their head like that.
Michael, how's your head?
I've had a few complaints. Too much teeth. Yay! Let's take a shot!
Enough for me.
My favorite thing to do is put my penis on a cheese grater and just go to town, you know?
That sounds so atrocious.
Oh, Cookie Coo.
Go Bernie.
Thorgy and Bob were both amazing in their roles.
They were incredible.
They were both Cookie, and both of them killed it. Like, they were so good. It was like...
Yeah.
It was Jinx level professionalism on both sides.
Well, and I have to say, I love the kind of competition that was happening between Thorgy and Bob. Like, I love that as soon as Thorgy
knew that Bob was doing it, and she knows how Bob performs, and she's like, oh, it's going down. But they were both so good.
Cynthia, I think the language barrier kind of hurt her there.
Also, why do Puerto Rican queens always end up with this like, ah!
This like really high pitched voice?
Ah! Like first there was April, like there was Jada, there was is it like a cultural thing in the drag community in Puerto Rico to like,
you know who did okay? Candy Ho.
Yeah, well, she was from Massachusetts. Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion, let it slip back in the ocean. Ah. All right, to the runway. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody.
Cookie starts with C.
Short-haired cats are better for those with allergies. The runway is on roller skates. It is one of the coolest runways. I love the concept of it.
I love the concept too, but damn, that's fucking challenging.
Scary.
Because you'd have to roll me off the stage because I wouldn't be able to make it.
Is that a wheelchair joke?
My top looks would be Thorgy, Naomi, and Robbie.
Tell me about them.
I will tell you about them, honey bun.
Okay.
So love Thorgy's look. I thought she like pretty much picked up on the vibe of the roller skate girls. And I thought she was really giving me that kind of like 80s realness with the hair, with the outfit.
I thought Thorgy was it was like specifically to the challenge. You're supposed to be a roller girl. She looked a roller girl.
She looked like a roller girl.
It was right on point.
Right?
It was good.
Naomi, I thought she looked gorgeous. Like, realized that the outfit wasn't necessarily like a roller girl.
Yeah, it was kind of bizarre.
But what I loved about it is that she sold me on it. I said, oh my god, you look beautiful. You look like you could be in a music video right now.
We're going to take another shot because we want some mo of them.
Oh!
Drink!
C is for...
What kind of dog do you think Jesus would be?
I think it'd be a Rottweiler.
No, I see like a... I see like a Pekingese.
Robbie just was killing the roller girl.
Oh, it was so roller girl. It was so at the time.
With Farrah Fawcett
I
hair.
loved her monogrammed ass. I think everyone should have a monogrammed ass.
Yeah.
I will have MS on all of my asses from here on out. Not because I have multiple sclerosis, but because I think it's important. Also, multiple sclerosis is a very serious issue, and you should donate by clicking the link below.
This is like a time where we could be superheroes, and I wanted to be Theater Boy, and I wanted to put TB on
Tuberculosis.
I can't put TB on here because it's tuberculosis. And that's how Nicole Kidman died. And Moulin Rouge.
I was like, Nicole Kidman died? How did I not know about this?
This is how the cookie challenge.
But now Nicole Kidman is alive, right?
Of course, Michael.
Alright, moving on. The only other look I would add to that of looks that I really loved, I loved Kimchi's look. It was like an exotic bird.
I did love Kimchi's
It didn't really fit the roller girl thing, but it was beautiful.
It was like, here's this challenge. I'm gonna wear this John Galliano inspired outfit.
If I were to watch All Stars 2, I would hope that Kimchi and Chi Chi are both on it so they can team up and be called Kimchi Chi Chi.
So bottom runway looks... Derek! Oh my god, I love the wig, but what the fuck was that outfit? You look short and stumpy.
You look really short. That was my biggest issue. It made it look really short.
It just was not appropriate. Chi-Chi, the wig, the makeup, and the boobs. What was going on there?
They were like up here on her...
You were clearly a man down that runway. Not a fan. My other look was Cynthia.
Yes. It was weird. It was thrown together. It was Shangela's country look. It was Mystique Madison Summers' country look. And it wasn't even a country challenge. Before we go to the bottom 2, shot.
Cookie that's good enough.
Did you know that a hippopotamus's mouth can open 170 degrees?
Wow, really?
And it can break a crocodile's spine with the force of its bite.
Do you know that hippos are the cause of the most deaths?
Human deaths, most animal deaths in every year is caused by hippos.
Hippos are incredibly,
you gotta fucking watch out for hippos. Don't mess with hippos. In the bottom 2 are Cynthia and Robbie, which I didn't think was necessarily fair.
Yeah.
I think Derek should have been there instead of Robbie, because Robbie's performance, even after choking, wasn't that bad.
And the
look was good. Well, Derek had a crappy look and a crappy performance. They get to lip sync and choose. Is it going to be wheels or heels? And Cynthia immediately says heels. And Robbie says wheels.
And Acid was like,
ooh, girl.
And we all were like, ooh.
Yeah. But Robbie also mentioned she's like, I'm the roller queen. And she was. She did not falter. It was mesmerizing. She killed
amazing.
it. I will be critical. I don't know if she was lip syncing the whole time. I think there were times where I saw her mouth maybe not really.
But you know what? I just kind of care.
I didn't care
because I like to see her. I was like, the fact that you're moving right now.
Yeah, fair enough. You have to worry about not dying as you do this. I don't mind the fact that you're not lip syncing as hard as you possibly could.
I hate to say this, but Cynthia's heels were like.
I love Cynthia, but that lip sync was not.
Heels. I was like, what were you thinking?
It was a bizarre, it was very contrived and intense.
No, it was not good.
And I don't know, it wasn't great, but Robbie definitely won. If Robbie doesn't have charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent, then she at least has nerve.
In other news, we saw Bob last night.
We did, and Bob was incredible.
Bob was amazing.
I bought a shirt,
repping Bob.
And then I got drunk, and I left the shirt there.
That's how amazing Bob was.
$30 to Bob. You're welcome.
You're welcome, Bob.
Hey
there. Do
what
you
about,
suffer
but what
from
about
genital herpes?
Yes.
Well.
I'm Michael.
And I'm Chris.
And thank you
for joining us on another week's episode of RuCap Boozecaps.
Join us next week
as we spill the tea, get incredibly intoxicated.
The tea is everywhere.
And talk to you about the latest week's episode.
It was a waste of passion fruit.
RuPaul's Drag Race. We're done.